Alright guys, today I want to tell you about the story of how I had an accident with my nose last December. I was going to a friend's house to go hunting, and they had a dog that was in their house, and I was never scared of dogs or anything, so I went over to pet the dog, patted it on its head, and I kneeled down a little bit like this, and that dog lunged up and snatched my nostril. And he got me good, and so we had to rush to the emergency room, and we had to kind of patch it up for the day, and then we had to later on schedule more surgeries, and so I had to have 3 surgeries, and they're called plastic surgery. It's because it's like really, the doctor has to go in and really fix things, and so the first procedure I had to have done, they had to take parts of my forehead to attach to my nose to grow this nose back. Isn't that cool? And so the skin, the blood that's in the skin, it kept this part of my nose alive to grow the skin back while still working up here too. So I had to wear that on my nose right here, and so it was a chunk of skin that was hanging out like this, and it was kind of gross, yeah, and it looked really kind of silly for a while, but I just had to do it. It's what had to be done for my nose to look normal again, and so I had that surgery, and I had to have another one to do some more fine tuning, just fixing, and then the last one they detached that piece of skin and then laid it back over, and but if you guys notice, if you've gotten really close to me, have you ever seen the hair that's on the tip of my nose right here, on the outside? That's because when they took this skin from all the way up here, the very tip of the skin was in my hairline up here. So when they wrapped it back down in here to grow back, the hair started growing back out of the skin. Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
And so, and something else that was really neat is that after all the surgeries I had, when I would scratch my nose like this, I would feel it up here. Because the sensation, the feeling in my head was still a little confused. And so it was really, really neat. And but I remember waking up out of the surgeries and just being like, oh, but I knew it was going to get better. I knew that someday I would be here, and it would look better, and I would feel better. And so it was just a crazy experience. It doesn't happen very often, but now I know just to kind of keep my distance a little bit with animals, especially ones I didn't know this animal. So I just got to keep my distance and kind of just be friendly, but just kind of be careful. But yeah, I just wanted to share that with you guys, because I don't know if you guys have seen my nose, and then this spot up here, right here above my eye, do you see that?
Yeah.
That's because, I don't want to get too gross, but that's when they pulled the skin down, and then they turned it and attached it to my nose. It left this mark right here. Yeah. And so they kind of did a little art project on my face, kind of. It's kind of neat.
You would look funny if they painted your face.
Alright guys, but yeah, so
What if they painted your face red?
they did actually, Tyler. They drew on my face, on my forehead, because they wanted to know where the artery was in my forehead, because they didn't want to mess that up. So they had to draw on my head to see where they were gonna do their procedure at. And so I went to Columbia. Do you guys know where Columbia is at?
Yeah.
I went there to have it done, and they did a really good job. And I actually still have to do one more surgery. I'm going to have the hair removed off of my nose, and they're going to make it not so big, so it might look a little bit better soon. But that'll be the end of it. But it was a crazy little roller coaster of a ride, and my family was with me through it. And I told myself every day that it's bad now, but it'll get better. So.
No,